Okay, so hey, Roblox developers on the dev forum. Hello, how you guys doing? Okay, so I'm streaming right now on Twitch, but I'm recording this so then I can show this to you all because we've been trying to figure this out for literally hours, and we haven't really been able to figure it out. So the issue is, I have a bunch of Robux that I cannot figure out in any way where it's coming from. We've checked everything, including redeeming Robux, group payouts, all this kind of stuff. And it all leads down to one thing. The amount of sales on the sales page for each item, or the page where you buy it, that looks something like this. So, and then compared to the configure page of items. Okay. So we have the bear plushie hat, which is my hat here, and it says it has 2,223 sales according to the page here and Roblox stats, the plugin by Already Pro, right? Cool. And then if we go to my trade tab, you can also just find all of this by going and typing in bear plushie hat, and it'll pull up the same number, 2,213. Which is, it's a little off just because people have bought it more since I went on the trade tab. Anyway, so we have that all written down here. So we did the same thing for OK Boomer and Bear Plushie, my two UGC items. And so that's 2,213 that it showed on the item page and 213 it showed on my sales page that you guys just saw, this one. But when I go on the configure page, on the other hand, and add up each of the days for sales, it gives me a different number. It gives me that's supposed to say bear plushie hat. For the bear plushie hat, it gives me 3,515 rather than 2,213. 2,200, yeah, 13. So that's the thing. There's about 1,300. There's about 1,300 sales that are missing from my sales page compared to the actual stats, as well as Robux in my actual account. So now I have 231,000, but when we started making this thing, I had 230,000 Robux. So I have 230,000 Robux that's, is in my account. And we've made a total, according to the sales on my sales page and the item page, we've made 131,865 Robux. Okay. So obviously, if you were to subtract that number, you would get 98,000 Robux. I had 51,000 Robux right before I created my first UGC item. I had basically what it was is we had made 18,000 Robux off of my first UGC item, which was OK Boomer. And I had 69% of the way to DevX. And that showed that on there. So obviously I had that, 51,000 beforehand. So that would bring us down to 47,000 Robux missing. Well, where could this come from? This could come from premium. So we subtracted that. It could come from a limited I sold as well, so we subtracted that. That brings us down to about 40,000 Robux right there. That is still missing. We have no idea where it came from. So we figured out, after counting on the configure page, this page, we figured out these sales, multiplied it, and that's 176,000 Robux. Well, if you notice, if you take 230,795 minus that number there, 176,205, you get 54,590. Well, let me tell you, that is pretty dang close to that 47,000. In fact, this 47,000 is just kind of based off of guessing some stuff and whatever. And basically what I'm saying here is somewhere in that range is the correct amount of Robux that we're actually getting. So basically, that shows us the proof that We have 176,205 Robux that we've made from the 2 UGC items. But the issue is that why does my sales page not display that? If you go on here, my sales page says a different number. So we thought, okay, it's probably users that their inventory is hidden. But when we actually go to check that, so there's that XMZNO is the first user. If we go down to here, inventory hidden for the first two. And then it's V, so then the third person is VV day VV. Well, that lines up. Third person is VV day VV. So it's obviously, it has nothing to do with if their inventory is hidden. So then we thought, oh, it's players that are under 13. So we tried that and same thing. This player is under 13. They just created this account for this test. And, well, we could still see it. We changed tons of different settings to see. Nothing worked. For some reason, players are being hidden from the sales. Well, I guess, no, correction. Players are being hidden from the sales page because of those sales that it shows on the configure page. TLDR, Roblox is misreporting or miscounting asset sales somewhere along the way between the configure page here and the sales page for yourself. And we have no idea what they're doing wrong. We have no idea what players they're excluding from the sales page. We have no idea how. We have no idea why. And this becomes a problem for me because I split my revenue in half with Damascus, my 3D modeler. So if I'm going off of this page and I'm saying, okay, hey, this is 50 Robux. We make 15 Robux off of this item here because we get 30%. You do 3 times 15. That means we've made 33,345 divided by 2. I should give Damascus 16,672 Robux. But since that's not the actual number, since we can't actually very easily, that is, see the real number without counting super manually, either here or on the sales page, I could just scam him out of it and he would have no idea. If he just, since he doesn't have access to my account, obviously, if he goes on here and sees this number, he'll be like, oh yeah, Evan paid me the right amount. He's supposed to pay me 16,672. When actually I'm over here stealing 40,000 Robux or so that we're missing. Because according to this, we've made 131,865. That's how much he would see. That's how much Robux that he would see if he went onto the sales page. Of the item, or even if we went into, the trade page in my transactions on Roblox, that's how much he would see. So he just divides that by 2 and I should be giving him 65,932 Robux. But that means that 176,205 Robux that we actually made, he's not getting all of that. In fact, I've taken 44,340 that I'm not even giving him. This is a major issue because, for one, the normal 3D modeler, whoever, that's working with YouTubers, for example, big thing, would just kind of ignore it, or the YouTubers wouldn't look for this and wouldn't understand this. And, I'm not going to call any one person out, but probably the majority of star creators didn't know this. So they're paying their people, if they're giving them 50% or whatever percentage, much less than they're supposed to be getting. So it's not our fault. It's not the YouTuber's fault. It's just Roblox not displaying things right on not only, well, Roblox doesn't actually display it on this. This is actually the Roblox stats plugin. But either way, they do display it on the sales page, which is how you'd check it, or a way you could check it. So what do we do about this? I mean, it's not like, 44,000 to some of you guys might not sound like that much, but that's like $165 that, you're not splitting in half with your 3D modeler if you're doing 50% like I am with Damascus. So I just wanted to record this video and kind of explain that. I kind of need some answers from Roblox on why this is happening, and if they could fix it, that'd be great. Roblox, this is what I want you to do. On the configure page, right here, where it says how much you're making and how many sales you have, can you please just display a number of how many sales that we've gotten? Instead of showing this really annoying graph, can you just display a single number like right there that says you've sold this many, you've made this much Robux? It would say right down there. That's all I want. And in fact, just so then it's like, you know, we're making sure that 3D modelers are not being scammed, can you have it be public too, or allow the creator of the hat to let it be public information so we don't have to use stuff like Roblox stats? Because I could easily just be scamming Damascus right now. Easy. I could take 44,000 Robux and he would have no idea because he doesn't know how much I've made. He doesn't know how many sales we have. That's all I want. I just want a single number display of how many sales and how much Robux we have made off of this. That's all I'm asking for. So hopefully that all makes sense to anyone. I will be, replying to all the comments in the dev forum, on the dev forum, reply to this post. I hope this makes sense. I hope you guys agree with me on this, and I hope we can find a solution because this is like kind of an issue. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you on the dev forums.